Blog Talk Radio.
From deep in Grow Country, one voice rings out.
No! Fuck off!
Standing up for your rights, not afraid to say what needs to be said.
Quote from a Harvard Medical School doctor who said if marijuana was a new drug, it would be hailed as a wonder drug. Wonder drug.
Keeping you up to speed on all your needs.
200% more powerful than the stuff that's grown outdoors. This ain't your grandfather's marijuana. This stuff will kill you because the plants have light 24 hours a day and grow 24 hours a day. It's like dope on steroids.
Your friend indeed when it comes to weed.
Why is marijuana against the law? It grows naturally upon our planet. Doesn't the idea of making nature against the law seem to you a bit paranoid?
Broadcasting live from an undisclosed location, Johnny Kush.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Hopefully, you can hear me tonight. I don't know when the music's supposed to end. I have no control. We have things going on now. We have a chat board now here on here, I guess. I'm coming back. This is going to be rough. I'm going to tell you right now. If you think you're coming on and getting the quality network broadcast that you had before, that you're used to, you're not going to get that tonight. This is going to be rough. I've been off for a while. I got a lot to say. I'm sitting in a goddamn jail cell. All right? In a jail cell for 320 days. So I got a lot to get off my chest. I would be broadcasting tonight from my studio, but the studio has been ransacked and everything in it has been taken. All the equipment, even the foam on the walls, they came in and took. They took the foam on the walls in the studio. They took it all. So there's no studio tonight. This is just me in my house on a folding chair because they came in while I was in jail and they took everything I had in my house, my furniture. They took the faucets off of the sinks. It's just me in an empty room talking to you tonight. I expected to come home. I expected the electricity to still be on. I expected my accountant to pay my bills while I was in jail, and he didn't pay one bill. Not one bill was paid while I was in jail. You know what happened? Is he took all my money that I gave him to pay the bills while I was in jail, through my lawyer, by the way, who charged me, I don't even know, millions of dollars. No, not that much. Let me get the bill here altogether. It was $63,000 that my attorney paid, and I also gave him an extra $20,000 to my accountant to pay all my bills to make sure when I got home that my house wouldn't be full of mold. And I'd have utilities on. I don't have any water. I don't have any electricity. It's just me with a goddamn cell phone on a folding chair. And I don't know where that sound came from. It's been a rough year. All right? It's been a rough year. I know that. We all know that. We've all had a bad time, right? Is the chat board working? Let's check. Hello, 1, 2. I don't think anybody's going to be listening because I had no chance to promote this show. This is just a quick pop-up show, but if you want to call in tonight, the number is 515. That's the 515 area code. Is that Des Moines? I don't know why we have a Des Moines number. All right, 515-605-9354. 515-605-9354 if you want to get in on the action tonight. Like I said, it's going to be a very choppy episode. I'm way out of practice. It's going to take me probably at least 3 weeks to get my voice back and my rhythm and what we're doing here. It's going to take at least 3 weeks to recover everything that we've lost, momentum-wise, audience-wise, promotion-wise. We've lost our original Twitter, which had I don't even know. It was over 1 million followers. That one's gone, but the new one that we put up 3 years ago, that one's still up. We got 114 followers now, so we're really building this thing back up again. 25 million lifetime listens, and now we got to find all you guys again. I don't know where you are. I don't know where everybody's. I haven't had any social media exposure in a year. It really has been a weird situation getting out of jail and breathing fresh air again, and not and being able to go to Fat Burger today and get a burger and a large Coke. Been waiting almost a year for a Coke. So I come home, everything's off. It's been a very, very, very troubling day for me, to say the least. But all I wanted to do when I get out, the first thing I wanted to do, of course, after, eating a delicious double fat burger today with the fat fries and, of course, double chocolate shake, and I chuffed that down. And then I went to the dispensary up the road here, Wildwoods, right up the street from my house, and I got myself a giant dab wax, the kids like to call it. Came home, dabbed up, got some flour, rolled up some massive joints, which I'm going to light one right now while we get going, because that's just what we do here. We don't do this shit sober. We don't do this shit fake. We don't edit. We don't do anything. Everything's been live, unedited. I don't even know how many episodes we're on. I don't even know. It's 14 fucking years of being on the radio every night except for this last year because I was incarcerated. And I tried to set up a show where I could use my prison phone, but I can't log into the account with the phone. It was a whole nightmare. I thought maybe we could buck the system and I could do a couple of jail shows, but it didn't work. So the studio's gone, ransacked. Landlord evicted me apparently 6 months ago. No one told me in jail. I thought everything was... I'm sitting in jail thinking everything's taken care of. I've paid my lawyer. I've paid my accountant. Everything's on the up and up. I'll come home. First place I'm going to is the studio to broadcast, man. I got my cheeseburger. I got my dab. Roll down the studio. Go to put the key in the lock. Can't get in. I'm like, oh, well, maybe they, changed the locks, whatever. I tried to call him. Nobody's answering. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to cruise home then. Things should be good. The lawn should be done. It should be looking good. I pull up. It looks like, honestly, there's notices all over the door to get the lawn cut, and the lawn is out of control. The house just smells like mold. I don't know what happened. There's no water in the house. There's been nothing. It's just like no one's been in the house for a year except for the people that came and stole everything. The last people in here, apparently. Windows are broken. There's bird shit inside the house. There's got to be snakes everywhere. So I got to get out. I'm done. I'm done with Los Angeles. I'm done dealing with the police around here. I'm leaving tonight. I've had it. I'm going to sell this shit on the cheap. So if you want a cheap studio that has nothing left in it, and a house that had porn stars and parties and fires and 10 years of complete debauchery and semen stains all over the floor and the ceilings and whatnot. The smell of weed and sadness and the blood stains all over the bathroom tile because of all the people that were shooting up in the bathroom. I mean, I was really hanging out with a really good group of people around here. You know, we partied every night for 10 years in this place. 10 years we partied. We partied harder. We watched that Motley Crue thing. It's like, what? That's like preschool partying. It's documented, man. You can go back and listen to the first episode to now, and it's been a party ever since. It's the first show I've done by myself. No engineer, nobody, just me and my phone talking to you. I come home, yeah, like I said, everything's gone. Everything is fucking gone. I have a good idea who took it. So I'm about $83,000 in the hole coming out of this. I'm getting the attorney. Basically saved, I guess, $63,000 is worth saving 3 years of your life. He got my, like, about 5 year, got down to 2.5, and I got out after 320 because of overcrowding and good behavior, believe it or not. Do I really want to get into what happened in jail? Do we really want to do that tonight? I'm sure you all want to know why I've been sitting in jail for 320 days, right? You want to know why? You know, my main job, as everybody knows, is I'm a writer. So I thought as soon as I'd come out, I'd get a writing gig. Well, now we're on fucking strike. So that's another old episode we'll get into then too. All right. I know this is a long-winded, non-fun party show tonight. I just got to get a lot of shit off my chest. But a lot of people want to know why. Johnny, did you go to jail? Why did you have to spend 320 days in jail? And the only reason you got out early is because you really don't have to do about a half of a sentence in California anymore. I mean, that's a whole other thing. So what did I have to go to jail for? Did I have to go to jail for 21 ounces of cocaine? 21 ounces of cocaine. Now, do you think a guy needs to go? Did I say 22 ounces? 22 grams of cocaine. 22 ounces is a lot of cocaine. But 22 ounces of cocaine. Grams. Why do I keep saying ounces? Because it was almost an ounce. Just under an ounce of cocaine. And when they looked at my arrest history, everybody knows I've been arrested before for drug possession. So this was it's kind of embarrassing, the 14th drug possession that I've been arrested for across the country. And a lot of them, 12 of them, were marijuana. Which I thought supposed to be expunged from records, supposed to be all good now. It's not. I gotta roll this. I gotta light this J. Hold on. Every time you go online, every time you go to do a show and you go to light a joint, you always get a bad lighter. It's a terrible lighter. It's horrible. So how did the police find that much cocaine? Just enough to make it a felony? How much? Over a gram? When somebody sets you up, they see what the legal limit is for basically misdemeanor to felony, and they'll add just a little more, just so you get the felony on. Like, the cop will actually have his thumb on the scale when he's measuring it, and when it comes back and they measure it again, it's not that much, but it's 11 ounces, but 11 grams, but we lost 10 grams of cocaine somewhere between the time I was arrested and to the trial. It wasn't even a trial. I just had to plead guilty. I had no other option. They found the cocaine in my car. There was nothing else I could do. Now, I can scream up and down like every other low-life piece of shit on the planet that gets caught with drugs. They're not my drugs. I could do that. I could do that because it's true. They were not my drugs. Anybody who knows me knows I cannot buy that much cocaine because I will be dead. Don't ever leave. Everybody knows it's a rule that I'm not allowed to have more than 1 gram of cocaine. I would never have that much cocaine on me because I would be dead. Because once I start doing cocaine, it doesn't stop. You can't stop until you're out of cocaine. So you don't buy a lot of cocaine, and you start, and you run out of cocaine, you go to bed. Now, if you have an 8-ball by yourself, you're not going to bed. You're not going to work tomorrow. You're not. You're not going to put on high-quality radio broadcasts like I do every night, for free, by the way. Knew this stripper. Everybody knows. Her name was Lauren. Everyone knows Lauren that listened to the show before. They know the on and off relationship. So we had a big breakup. I mean, it was horrendous. Okay, it was horrible. It was one of the worst breakups that you could ever have. People were stabbed. People that was me. And it was the worst relationship. You just imagine going to hell. Really, honestly, you're Satan's #1 project. Psychological, mental, the whole thing, the whole stripper game that was played. And I knew the game, I knew what I was getting into, but you know what? I liked the pussy. The pussy was good. It was some good pussy. All right, Lauren had some good pussy. But I'll tell you what. Not like Portia. I didn't know she was friends with Lauren. So she said that she got in a fight with her boyfriend. He kicked her out, and she needed a ride to the club. And I'm like, well, I'm going to the club anyways. You know what? I'll come pick you up, and we'll go to the club. We'll go together. That way I can beat the cover charge and get some good guy points and hopefully, get a good dick suck maybe in the later on out in the car while she's having a smoke break. She does the good dick suck out in the parking lot. She's good at it. She's quick. So I call her Portia. But she's good, quick dick suck, like a Porsche, like quick. So I go pick her up, pull out, do a U-turn, drive up the street, not even, I would say, a quarter of a mile up the street, and I'm pulled over. Not by regular cops. This is a sting. I'm just being a nice guy, taking a chick to work. And let's be honest, I had bad intentions. I knew I'd get a dick suck out of it. I thought it would be a good dick suck. I didn't know there was going to be a frame job going on. So cops pull me over. I'm not speeding. I'm not high. I don't have any drugs on me. I'm actually pretty sober, in a pretty good mood. It was just the beginning of the day. I was going to go in, get a little bit of that prime rib that they have up at the street, and maybe get a good dick suck in the parking lot, and come home, get fucked up, and get ready to go out that night. This was just a pre-game activity. This wasn't a cocaine activity. Normally I wouldn't do cocaine in this situation at all costs. I don't do cocaine at 2 p.m. sober. Never happens. High on cocaine in the afternoon is when you're an addict. I'm not a cocaine addict. I'm just a enthusiast. So we get pulled over, and I'm like, whatever. There's nothing in my car. It's an 83 Corvette that everybody knows and loves. I love that fucking car. It's a complete piece of shit, but I don't care. I love it. It's like an old glove. So they pull it over. And they ask me, do you mind if we search your car? And I'm like, no, you know what? Fucking go ahead. I just want to get to the strip club, eat some prime rib, and get a good dick suck. Little did I know, I wouldn't have another meal ever again. I would never taste what I tasted today for 320 days from that moment. So they pull me out, they search me, they pull Portia out, and she's, to put it in perspective, Portia is a African American woman. She's about 5'10", 11ish. She's about 6'4" with the heels. Big ass, nice ass titties, and like I said, talking about the blowjobs, unbelievable. Portia, quick blowjobs, quick comers. We're all quick comers when it comes to that, right? They pull her out, they search her, didn't find nothing, and then they go into the car, and they look. And I swear to God, I think while we were getting pulled over, I thought she was grabbing her purse, but I wasn't really paying attention to her. I was more looking, I was staring in the rearview mirror, wondering why there's 4 state troopers behind me and why they're coming up to my window with a gun drawn. Like, it's my call. I've done nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong going on. Underneath the passenger seat, they find the cocaine. And a crack pipe. And they ask me, is this yours? And I'm like, no, it's not mine. And they're like, well, if she doesn't cop to it, it's yours. It's yours. I know for a fact that they set me up on purpose. They called the cops, say that we were moving coke. She got in the car. She put the coke underneath the seat. And if you know the Corvette, there's that little pouch underneath when you're sitting there, like that little flap. She stuck it right behind the flap right there, but where the back support is. It's right there. How I did not see her do that to this day. I wish I would have been one of those fucking paranoid guys that had a fucking camera in his car. But I don't like being on camera because I'm not very attractive. No, I'm kidding. I mean, hit the chat boards really quick. There's nothing going on. Cool. Nothing going on the phone lines. And I didn't expect it. Trust me. I did not expect anybody to call, and that's cool. So Portia had planted the cocaine in my Corvette. And I swear to God, it just sounds made up. By the way, do you know what happens when you get arrested for cocaine possession and they won't let you out on bond? Because you fled other states? I still had to answer to charges in Iowa and Nebraska from the time we drove that RV through there and got caught with the weed. To pay a fine. That was fine. I have money. I just don't have anything right now. I still have money. I'm not worried about the money part. So anyways, Portia planted the cocaine on me. I'm arrested 320 days later. Everything's gone. And I'm leaving Los Angeles tonight. I'm done. I can't handle it anymore. Lauren has won. I hope taking all my stuff, because she's the one that took it all, because she's the one that had all the stuff that we tracked down from my studio that sold on eBay is to her account. And she's not the brightest criminal on board. She literally set me up saying that I'm running cocaine to the strippers. And they're like, Johnny, where's your wife, Nikki? She's had enough of it, of the strippers and the cocaine and the lying and I've been a bad guy, but God damn it, I've had a lot of fun doing it. I hope this worked tonight. I hope the audio worked tonight. I hope the story worked. Unfortunately, we're out of time already, and I got so much to talk about. So that's why we're going to be on every night this week. I want to talk about the people I met in jail. I want to talk about what we're going to do with the show. But I got to figure out where to get the 83 Corvette. I got my 83 Corvette now has been sold at auction because once again, the guy I gave the money to take care of things never did. So I'm just going to go down. I'm going to rent a car tonight. There's nothing here. It's all, I mean, literally, there's nothing for me to move. There's nothing for me. There's no mementos. There's nothing for me. It's an empty house with a folding chair I sit in right now. I'm going to rent a car. I'm going to go to Las Vegas. And thank God there's legal weed in Las Vegas, so I can get as high as I want. And I'm going to get as fucked up. And I haven't had any sex in 320 days. Maybe I did, but we'll talk about that in a different episode. That's one that I'm not ready to talk about that yet, but we're going to get into it really soon about the jail sex and what happens there and how to make a pocket pussy out of a Pringles can. Anyways, all that kind of stuff and more will be coming up here in the next few days. So I'm going to try to come on every night at the same time, 10 p.m. Pacific, which would be 11 Mountain, 12 Central, and 1 a.m. out on the East Coast for all of you people and around the world. For those of you that have come back after I've been gone and seem to disappear and get the 90 seconds plead here, so we're going to get ready to get out of here. Thank you for finding me tonight. We have a lot to work on. I know tonight's episode was choppy, and we'll keep it going. And hopefully in about 3 weeks I'll get my voice back, and we'll get our groove back, and we'll get our show back, and we'll continue going from where we left off. 14 years we've been doing this, and we're going to do 14 more. Big news all week coming up. Good night, everybody.